The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is... Please note, the new number
Interesting. Together in my brain. Okay, so you're gonna be live on Instagram. I'm gonna split screen with you on Instagram. This is gonna simultaneously be on Zoom and on Facebook. Jeez, this is one of my dreams that I've wanted to do something like this.
Okay, so you guys just bear with us. Okay, we're letting you eavesdrop. I can't even tell you how crazy we're going. I mean, Inspirado Projecto. It's all Curt's fault.
This is interesting. It's just mystified me as a little kid going, holy cow, like all these places somehow figured out a way to collaborate and cooperate on sharing this airtime with each other. Like it was it was like a microcosm of world peace, without us realizing it.
Now, if you're tuning in for the first time right here, that's Curt, Inspirado Projecto. Been on here together for a few years. Thank goodness there's room for both of us.
Simultaneously on Zoom, which is then hooked through Facebook, and then also simultaneously through Instagram. And it's so funny because recently I talked to someone about this. Wow, this is amazing. Recently I said something to one of my friends like, my plan is to
take over the world.
But on like a show where here's TikTok live, here's Instagram live, here's Facebook live, all of the live possibilities at once. And I love the fact that you have already started that domino effect, into the future.
I think that when you have brilliant ideas, you might as well save them and share them wherever they're supposed to be. I don't know who's supposed to hear our conversation, so let's just do it. If you want to interact, you might be able to go onto the Facebook page, Strong Body, Strong Soul, but Curt and I are going to have some crazy good conversation right now. We're going to be talking about spirituality. We're going to be talking about his life with Yachtley Crew, what's going on with the band. We're going to be talking about out-of-body experiences, perhaps. We're going to be talking about quarantine, masks. We don't know where we're going to go, but your mind will be blown.
So it's like, that's why I never watch the news, because when you read CIA documents saying that they put CIA operatives pretending to be journalists, and they go, well, the news, you're only allowed to report on this. You can't report on that. You can only report on this. And when you hear about these things, you're like, what's really... So in the end, what is that going to make me feel? Frustrated? What? I'm going to wake up first thing in the morning and watch the news and feel frustrated about all of these things that are going on out in the world, compounded with all the things that the news is not telling me about that's going on in the world. Mm-hmm. What am I supposed to give my attention to? How much am I required to pay attention to it and give my heart to it? And then when is it okay to shut that off and then now just really start having fun? So I subvert all of that stuff and I simply go towards what's making me feel, what's helping brighten me, what's helping me, talk about enlightening things, what's helping me go deeper into imagination, what's helping me dive deeper into my talents and passions. And it's great because just by being on that wavelength, just by default, to go along with what you're saying earlier about, we don't have to play the lowest common denominator. The crazy thing is like, no matter what wave we're operating at, that old term, like attracts like. That's what that is. We're going to attract the other people who are in resonance with that thing. And then we'll get more of that. We're going to get more of that,
Definitely.
So it's changing it from the inside out rather than going, oh, here are all these issues. Oh, gosh, let me try to figure out how to take it all on my back and try to process this. And, It's an interesting, kind of chicken before the egg kind of thing, because art reflects life reflects art.
It is. But I really want to just really encourage anybody out here who's watching, go ahead and leave us some comments if you want. Any comments or questions, Curt and I are happy to get back to you. Curt's show is called Inspirado Projecto.
These are the three main things: eating healthy, drinking a lot of water, and laughing a lot. Those are the three things that we're supposed to be doing as these creatures here on this earth. And because we don't want to be lying in our deathbed. That's the other thing. It was that I made an amendment with my future self lying in his deathbed, whether it's up on a mountain in the Himalayas or whatever it is, saying, look, I don't want him to have any regrets. I would rather live with embarrassment in a moment. So this is why I use myself as an experiment in so many different ways. I'm like, the pain of regret outweighs the pain of embarrassment. Okay, so embarrassment is not even a thing with me. It's more about an experimentation. I would rather have that funny story of going, well, I tried this and wow, that was strange. They really got that